I'm Adrienne, your sex positive bestie, here for sexy talk, real stories, and tips that just hit. Ready to play? Let's go. Public service announcement. You are going to want to hear this. And oh my God, please, please, please learn from my mistake. Okay. All right. So Mr. Right and I were getting it in the other morning, and it was like a really passionate pound town thing. You know what I mean? And we were kind of rolling around a little bit, and I was touching him all over, and it was really hot and fun. Well, at the end, like right as he finished, we heard a noise, and he was like, Adrienne, is your watch, did your watch call someone? And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I kept saying, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And he was like, shit. And so I looked at my watch. I'm not going to say who it was, but it was a family member. And I hung up. Well, then they called me right back, and they were like, are you okay? And I was like, oh my God, yes. And Mr. Right was like, do not bring it up. Act like everything's fine. Don't say like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You know, he was like, just act like nothing's wrong. Act like nothing happened. And they were like, all I heard was, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So you scared me. Like you woke me up, and I'm concerned for you. Are you okay? Oh my God. I'm mortified. I will never, and I mean ever again, have my watch on during any type of play whatsoever. First things first, the watch has got to come off. So if you wear an Apple Watch or whatever kind of watch you wear where it can call somebody, take it off before you get it on. Okay, way to start an episode. And when I was thinking about redoing this episode, or part 2 for my Blowjob Bible, I wanted to put some thought into it and take my time, because that episode was so popular. It's episode number 50. And I felt like it set such a high standard, and now a lot of time has gone by, and I'm like, you know what? I've leveled up my game. I have new things to tell, hot tips, and I'm just going to kick things off with my exact blowjob. How I do it. And this is like 90% of the time. Don't you worry. Mr. Right never gets bored, nor do any of my other partners. But I'm just going to tell you what I do, because I feel like a lot of women have said to me, Adrienne, like, I don't know what I'm doing. How do I know what I'm doing? I would like a lesson, or I want him to finish. Like, what can I do? I need a finisher. And so I'm going to give you my exact blowjob. Okay. Are you ready? So my favorite thing to do is to have a slow build up. I like him to have his boxers on, and I like to tease him. Now you're going to use soft pressure, right? I actually told Mr. Right a pro tip the other day, and I was like, think of like touching an egg yolk, and you don't want that egg yolk to break when he was like fingering me or whatever. And it's kind of the same thing, especially when it's soft. You want to be very gentle, use soft hands, tease and caress. Then my favorite thing to do is to like pull his boxers down, and his big dick like flops in my face. Like, I don't know why, I just absolutely love that. So now, once he's hard, I will get into a position, and let's talk about some different positions. I would say most of the time he's laying on his back, and I'm like in the army crawl position. I'm very comfortable in that, and so is he. But I do love, being on my knees and him standing. Or if he's laying down, I'll lay down beside him. Like if he's on his side, I'll lay on my side and like put my head on my hand, like with my elbow, and do it like that. There's lots of different positions and ways to try. I know a lot of people have said like, oh, my jaw gets tired, my neck gets sore. And I have some tips for that as well. But most of the time he's laying on his back. Okay. So once he's hard, I like to go deep. Okay. Like just a few times. And the main purpose of this is not only does it make hot sounds and like, just, it's one of my favorite things, but it lubes it up. Right? It's a great way just to get a lot of spit going. And you can even make a little gagging noise. I don't think they hate that too much. If you are someone who is like has dry mouth and you can't do that, I highly recommend using Flint mints. You can get them on Amazon. They have an online store. It's FLINTTMINTS, I believe. And they really, really, really work. The first time I used it with Mr. Right, I was like, oh, wow. Well, first off, I used it wrong and I sucked them. You're supposed to chew them. And when I tell you, I was literally like, I couldn't speak because there was so much saliva. So try Flint mints. But otherwise, I really like to go deep, like once he's hard, like go deep a couple times and get it nice and lubed up. At this time during the blowjob, I'm going to be changing it up a little bit, right? Using my hands, doing different strokes, licking up and down his shaft, focusing just a little bit on the tip. I'm a big fan of like putting him in my mouth as far as I can and then zigzagging my tongue on the underside of his shaft. And then when I get to the top, I do like a little swirl around it. This is just a time where you're just going to change things up, follow his lead because everyone's different. I mean, I know Mr. Right like the back of my hand now. And, find out what he likes, find out what's working. This is also a great time to be using your hands. Do not underestimate the power of that. It's actually my finisher. We're going to talk about it in a second, but use your hands, right? You're going to want to give eye contact and don't forget ball play. So you can use your hands to caress his balls. I know it's funny. I don't want to tell all of Mr. Wright's secrets here, but he likes a little bit of pressure at the base of his cock. And so I know exactly where that is. And that's through learning and communicating, right? And experience with each other. But that, I know what kind of ball play he likes and I do that. I also like to make noise. I feel like a great blowjob is messy and you're also making some noise. Keep it sloppy, right? And just have fun with it. Go with his vibe. Like, what is he feeling? How is he reacting? And do more of that, right? Like, start with a lot of variety. Okay. Let's talk about my finisher because mind you, like my blowjobs don't take long. I think Mr. Right was like, no one's ever made me finish. And I was like, allow me to change that. I think the first night, first date, don't judge me. Okay. So here's my finisher. So everything's nice and wet. He is loving it, doing the arching his back thing, like telling me like, oh, I feel so good, Adrian, right? Remember, like nice and wet. You're going to use your hand to guide your mouth, right? So in a consistent up and down motion. It's like getting a hand job and a blow job at the same time. And what I'm also doing is I'm dragging my tongue along the underside and I'm giving it a consistent motion, right? Like start with variety, end with consistency. We're at the ending part, right? And so I'm looking at what he's into, realizing what speed he's, enjoying. And, it's not too fast. It's not too slow. It's just the right tempo. And you keep going with that. And I absolutely love, squeezing just a little bit at the top with a little twist. So as you're dragging your hand up and your mouth comes off, you can actually like do like a little pressured twist at the top and make it like, a little tighter, right? And he loves that. Never fails. Okay. So that is what it's like to get a blowjob from me. I highly recommend it. It's a great little adventure that you can go on and everyone wins, I feel like, in this situation. Now, let's talk about something that I do that I feel like is a little unique, and I love aftercare. So I like to try to get every drop out. So I'll allow him to do that for me, or Mr. Right is very sensitive, and so I can't do a lot at the end, but I've had partners who loved me to suck their dick for a little bit longer. I had partners who would come again in a few minutes. And so go with what your partner, talk to them about it because it can be really sensitive. But, just like kissing or just holding it in your mouth while getting soft again and you're like just dragging your tongue around like that zigzagging and then like, licking around the head, light, subtle, like just kissing and all that good stuff, but definitely keep it light. And then another thing I love to do is hot towel service. Mr. Right, the first time I did it, he was like, what? And then he was like, that was nice. So I go to the bathroom just as he does for me when, he finishes and when we're having sex, and I'll go in the bathroom, turn the water on as hot as it can be and get like a really nice soft washcloth and, make it like the perfect temperature. And then I'll just wipe him down and give him like a nice cleanse after. Pay attention to the, his balls and just lightly touch and clean him up. And he really likes that. So you could definitely try that with your partner as well. It makes me want to do it right now. Okay. So let's talk about don'ts. Don't wear your watch during sex. But anyway, oh my God, when I was talking with Mr. Right about it, because I was like, hey, I've never had a blowjob. So what are things that are bad in a blowjob. And I mean, I've seen some, and he's like, when you don't focus on the tip too much. He's like, sometimes it's just so much focusing on the tip. He's like, and it's too sensitive. He was like, you got to change it up, like I was saying before. And, just pay attention to the shaft, right? Like go for other places as well, not just focusing on the tip. And then the infamous, like, no real suction, just wrapping your lips around it and going up and down. It doesn't feel like anything to them. So don't do that. You also do not want it to be too dry. That's what I'm talking about. Get a Flint mint, put it down your throat. It's natural saliva that's going to be coming out, right? And like, get it wet, get it messy. Like that's what a good blowjob is. And he said he doesn't like when girls don't change it up. We've already talked about that. And another big thing that he said, he's like, Adrian, he's like, the biggest thing, and I talk about this all the time, I feel like, he's like, is when they act like it's a job. He was like, you just know. And it's funny because it makes me think about, my previous partner who, when he would go down on me, I was like, you're like a cat drinking milk. Like, what's going on here? And he was like, don't act like it's a job. Show enthusiasm. Like enthusiasm is everything when it comes to oral sex, if you ask me. Because I've had guys that are like not into eating me out, or they're like, I'm just not a big fan of that. I mean, I have actually heard men say like, I refuse to do that. I think DJ Khaled said that. He was like, I refuse to do that. And someone else was like, well, he eats everything else, so what the hell? Okay. So anyways, enthusiasm. It's everything. And then also, don't ignore the balls, right? Like they like them touched, caressed, kissed, and rubbed. So don't forget those. And never, ever use teeth. Unless he's into that. And he specifically says he's into that. Then know your boundaries with that, but do not use teeth. Excuse me. When I was thinking about like the do's of blowjobs, it's kind of the opposite of every single thing I said, right? Mix it up. Start with variety. End with consistency. Make it wet, messy, sloppy, and make noise during it too, like the sucking and even like a little gag or deep throat. Like those noises are super hot, okay? Show so much enthusiasm. Don't ignore the balls. Get in there and never use teeth. And there's lots of like good kissing and just, I don't know, just going to town down there. That's what feels so good. I mean, think about when someone goes down on you, like that's what you want too, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, now I'm going to give you some tips here. Some questions that I got on social media over on Instagram at Midlife Craving. And that is, what if my jaw gets tired? So that can happen. It's happened to me a couple times too. So give him a hand job, right? Give him a hand job while you're just resting, and you can like kiss his balls, lick his balls, or just give him a hand job and look at him. Don't underestimate the power of eye contact, okay? Another question that I got was, where's he going to finish? That's kind of up to you and based on what his likes are. I am a big fan of swallowing, but that's not for everybody. I know that. And so, and I also like it like a facial, or a pearl necklace. But you talk to your partner and also let them know what you're comfortable with. There's no such thing as like a bad finish really, unless you're like stopping or talking about it. Like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Where do you want me to put it? Like talk about that before, especially if you have like an aversion to it. But otherwise, I'm going to think swallow is the best one every time. Another thing too that I'm into, and sometimes I'll tell Mr. Right, I'm like, hey, I want you to come deep down my throat. Like so deep, I don't even taste it. And sometimes that to me, that is like super hot. I can like feel it in the back of my throat. Okay. A big pro tip, start with variety, end with consistency. And when we talk about showing enthusiasm with it, try to have the mindset of all the power that you have over him. I love when he's like putty in my hands. I'm like, you like that. And think about the power that you get. I really enjoy that. Okay. Another thing is you got to talk to your partner, right? What are their likes? What are their dislikes? And look at and listen to their body language. But talking about it outside of the bedroom is a really good thing, having that open communication. I'm also a really big fan of licking my lips and looking at him, because sometimes I get like dry lips and I'm like, oh my gosh, like take a minute, right? To lick your lips, make it nice and wet. It's sexy. And you can look at him while you do that. sometimes like in the past, I've had like my necklace get in my mouth or my hair get in my mouth, and just take a moment, unless he's close to the edge, and fix your hair, right? Like be like, excuse me, and like push your hair behind your ear, like whatever. It's all fun. And remember to have fun too. Everything doesn't have to be so serious. Another thing is try all those different positions that I talked about. Some are more comfortable for you than others. Make sure that you are comfortable with your partner and they're comfortable too. And like, I know that Mr. Wright likes to finish, he likes to be on his back. I'm the same way when he's going down on me. There's really no other position I'm a huge fan of. Yeah, I like sitting on faces, but I'm not going to finish like that. And it's not going to feel amazing like I want it to like that. And then know your partner's cues, right? Like that's another really big tip. Now, let's say you want to go next level. This is something that I have just gotten into and dabbled into. And that is the back door. Okay. Let me tell you, first of all, you have to talk with your partner. But oh my God, it is like the most sexy, sensual, hot. I can't even describe it to you. Like it's a very, very hot thing to do that, right? Like you're tossing a salad or using a finger, and the orgasms are amazing, and the prostate play gives an incredible orgasm for them. And so that's some next level shit, right? Like talk to your partner, see if they're into that. And by the way, a lot of them are. So just talk about it, right? Like bring it up and dabble and try and evolve sexually and explore. That's what's so much fun to me about sex. Okay, this is a really quick episode, but I'm going to keep it simple because blowjobs should be simple. They should be fun and you should enjoy them. And by the way, if you're not returning the favor for your partner, come on, guys, like let's get that together. Okay, next week I will be back and I have something to share. Mr. Wright and I had our first little snafu in the bedroom, if you will. And I'm going to talk about that because I haven't really ever experienced where I was with someone long enough to where they were like, hey, I really don't like this. And it hurt me. Like, I was like, damn. And I'm still kind of in my head about it a little bit. We'll talk about it next week. All right, get out there and get to work. They don't call it a job for nothing. And share this with your friends. Let's spread the wealth, okay, of enjoyment, satisfaction, and most importantly, pleasure.